Have you ever wondered what it would be like to hear God's voice? Imagine being a young child, sleeping peacefully in a temple, when suddenly you hear someone calling your name in the dark. This was the extraordinary experience of Samuel, a boy who would become one of Israel's greatest prophets. His story begins with his mother Hannah, who had prayed desperately for a child. In her gratitude, she dedicated her son to serve God in the temple under the guidance of Eli, the high priest. The times were troubled. The sons of Eli had corrupted the priesthood, and true messages from God were rare. Yet in this spiritual darkness, a small boy slept near the Ark of the Covenant, faithfully serving in the temple day after day. One night, as the oil lamps still burned, Samuel heard a voice calling his name. Thinking it was Eli, he ran to the elderly priest's room. "Here I am," Samuel said, but Eli hadn't called him. This happened 3 times before Eli realized something remarkable was occurring. God himself was calling the boy. Eli gave Samuel instructions that would change history. "Go and lie down, and if he calls you, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" When God called again, Samuel responded just as Eli had taught him. That night, God shared with Samuel his first prophecy, a sobering message about judgment on Eli's family for their wickedness. The young boy, afraid to tell his mentor the divine warning, learned his first lesson in prophetic courage when Eli insisted on hearing the full message. From that day forward, all of Israel recognized Samuel as a prophet of the Lord. As he grew, not one of his prophecies went unfulfilled. God continued to appear to Samuel, establishing a divine connection that would guide Israel through crucial transitions. This simple yet profound encounter teaches us that God can speak to anyone regardless of their age. Samuel's story reminds us that listening for God's voice requires quietness, openness, and the humility to say, "I'm listening." His calling marked the beginning of a new era in Israel's history. Samuel would later anoint Israel's first kings and serve as a bridge between the time of judges and the monarchy. But it all began with a child's pure heart and willing spirit, ready to hear and respond when God called in the night. Today, Samuel's story continues to inspire people of all ages to listen for God's voice in their lives, showing us that divine encounters can happen in the most unexpected moments, even in the quiet hours before dawn.